Let's rewind to retro. Picture it. The year is 1998. The world was buzzing with dial-up internet sounds. We were all getting ready for the new millennium. And then something strange and wonderful happened. A new creature appeared on toy store shelves. It had big eyes. It had fuzzy ears. It spoke a language nobody understood. This little electronic marvel was called Furby. It wasn't just another stuffed animal. It was alive, or at least it seemed that way. It blinked, it wiggled its ears. It learned to speak our language. This small, owl-like robot demanded your attention, fed, petted, and played with. Here at Rewind to Retro, we explore the icons that shaped our childhoods. Furby defined a generation of kids and parents. Every great invention starts with an idea, a single, fleeting thought that, if nurtured, can blossom into something that changes the world. For one of the most iconic toys of the 90s, that seed was planted in the mind of a master toy maker. The story of Furby begins with a man named Dave Hampton, a veteran inventor with a unique talent for breathing life into inanimate objects. With a resume that included everything from talking Cabbage Patch Kids to the notoriously chatty Freddy Krueger doll, Hampton had spent years pushing the boundaries of interactive play. He understood how to blend technology with character to create magic, but his next idea would be his most ambitious yet. The setting was the 1997 American International Toy Fair in New York City. Amid the cacophony of flashing lights and sales pitches, one tiny gadget was causing a massive stir: the Tamagotchi. This small, egg-shaped digital pet from Japan had kids completely captivated. It demanded constant attention, feeding, cleaning, playing. It created a genuine, albeit digital, sense of responsibility and connection. And as Hampton observed this phenomenon, a revolutionary question sparked in his mind. What if that virtual bond could break free from the tiny LCD screen? What if you could create a pet that was not only digital on the inside, but physical on the outside? A creature you could actually hold, pet, and interact with in the real world. It was a powerful concept to merge the emotional attachment of a digital pet with the comforting, tactile presence of a stuffed animal. An idea this big required a partner with a very specific set of skills. Hampton immediately turned to his friend Caleb Chung, a brilliant and quirky inventor who was a master of mechanics and electronics. Chung was the perfect counterpart to Hampton's vision, possessing the technical wizardry to make the impossible possible. Working out of their garage, the pair embarked on an intense 9-month development marathon. It was a period filled with long nights, frustrating setbacks, and countless moments of trial and error. They spent nearly half of that time just perfecting the movements of the eyes and ears, knowing that creating a believable illusion of life depended on expressive, non-robotic motion. Their creation had to feel alive. The look was just as important as the technology. Early concepts were a bit too gremlin-like, so they deliberately softened the design to be cute and non-threatening. They landed on a unique owl-meets-hamster hybrid, a creature with no discernible nose or tail, but with huge, expressive eyes and soft, fuzzy ears that invited you to touch them. To deepen the sense of connection, they invented a language. Furbish was a simple, babbling dialect of about 200 words. The true genius was that the creature wouldn't speak Furbish forever. Through interaction, it would slowly start replacing its own words with English phrases, creating the magical illusion that you, the owner, were teaching it to speak. After 9 months, they had a working prototype. Now, they needed a partner to bring it to the masses. They pitched their creation to Tiger Electronics, a company famous for its handheld LCD games like Giga Pets. When Hampton and Chung placed their creature on the boardroom table, and it blinked its big eyes, wiggled its ears, and uttered, "Wita Kalulu," the executives were mesmerized. They immediately understood the potential and bought the rights on the spot. Tiger Electronics moved fast, refining the internal mechanics for mass production and setting an ambitious target: the 1998 holiday season. The little creature, born from a flash of inspiration at a trade show and brought to life in a humble garage, was about to be unleashed on the world. No one, not even its creators, could have predicted the absolute pandemonium that was about to unfold. This wasn't just another toy. This was a new species of pet, a fusion of code and character, poised to redefine the very meaning of play. The launch of Furby in October 1998 was a meticulously orchestrated event. Tiger Electronics opted for a slow burn, building mystery and excitement around its unknown capabilities. This wasn't a dump-and-run release. It was a calculated campaign to create a legend. The first wave landed exclusively at the iconic FAO Schwartz, positioning Furby not as a toy, but as a premium piece of technology. Early units there made it feel exclusive and special. Marketing focused on a profound sense of interactivity. It could talk, it could feel your touch, and it needed you, creating an immediate emotional bond. Out of the box, it spoke only Furbish, a playful, made-up language composed of short words, sounds, and syllables. Kids got a Furbish to English dictionary, turning play into a secret club of decoding, making them feel like they were in on a special secret. Over time, as you played, more English unlocked. It wasn't true AI, but a brilliant illusion of learning and nurturing that made the connection feel deeply personal. That evolving speech set Furby apart from every static, repetitive talking doll before it, which could only repeat a few canned phrases. The public responded with overwhelming demand. In the last 3 months of 1998, Tiger sold 1.8 million Furbies. In 1999, an astonishing 14 million. MSRP was about $35, but that quickly became a fantasy. Desperate parents shelled out hundreds on auction sites as secondary market prices went through the roof. But the innovation didn't stop there. Part of the magic was a tiny infrared port that let Furbies communicate when placed together. They could tell jokes, sing songs, and even get into playful arguments. This masterstroke turned solitary play into shared playdates, a powerful incentive driving families to buy more than one. That social feature was remarkably ahead of its time, an early, primitive taste of the networked play that would come to define future toys. The word-of-mouth buzz spread like wildfire. Stock vanished from shelves the moment it arrived. The want became a tidal wave of consumer frenzy. As the holidays neared, with news reports showing stampedes in toy aisles, Furby crossed from hit toy to an unforgettable cultural phenomenon. As the 1998 holiday season approached, demand hit fever pitch. The Furby frenzy. New shipments sold out in minutes. Stores couldn't keep up. Scarcity sparked a booming secondary market. Hundreds of dollars. Some listings over 1,000. News coverage amplified desire, a feedback loop where media attention drove demand. Amid joy, chaos, arguments, even fights, as shoppers pushed for limited stock, workers were overwhelmed, crowds relentless, families lived a crash course in supply and demand, unforgettable and raw. 1998 became the year of the Furby, joy for some, frantic searching for many. From morning shows to awards lists, it wasn't just a toy, it was a cultural event. Beyond the store rush, Furby's real impact began at home. For the first time, a mass-market toy seemed to have a mind of its own. It sparked conversations from the playground to the office. Was it really learning? How did it work? The mystery thrilled and unnerved. Kids bonded deeply, but late-night Furbish had parents hiding toys or pulling batteries for peace. At school, it was status. If you had one, you were cool. If not, you wanted in. The biggest myth? Furbies were spies. The panic grew so large the NSA banned them from offices. In truth, no recording or transmission, just clever pre-programming. Another myth, you could teach it to swear. The vocabulary was preset on a chip. Residual charge in capacitors could trigger a final twitch. Spooky, not supernatural. It could act sick to encourage nurturing. Memorable for kids, sometimes anxiety-inducing. Furby's influence cannot be overstated, a true game-changer. Before its arrival, electronic toys were often repetitive. Furby, however, was a personality in a box, creating a bond that felt revolutionary for its time. It set the standard, toys that evolve, learn, and build relationships. Through sensors for light, sound, and touch, it responded to its environment in ways that felt startlingly real, moving beyond simple pre-programmed repetition. You can see echoes in Hatchimals, Chip, and modern AI dolls. The nurturing play, digital companionship, and conversational abilities, all these concepts were first popularized by that little ball of fluff. Furby normalized chatting with machines, a small stepping stone to an AI-powered present. For a generation, it was their first conversation with technology, making us comfortable talking to our devices long before Alexa or Siri arrived. It birthed a hacking scene. People reprogrammed, networked, and remixed the toy into art and invention. Tinkerers created everything from bizarre musical choirs to custom personalities, turning the toy into a canvas for digital creativity. We remember it as a bridge between the analog past and our digital future. Wonder you could hold. It was a tangible piece of the future, a promise of the interactive world that was just around the corner. Its place in toy history is secure, but its gift was interactivity and emotion. It wasn't just about the tech, it was about the feeling of companionship, the illusion of a life that cared about you. What are your favorite Furby memories? Did you have one, or stand in line for one? Drop a comment, like, and subscribe to Rewind to Retro, and share this with a friend who remembers Furbish echoing through the house. Thanks for watching. See you in the next Rewind.